Life for Dwayne "Dog" Chapman has been dangerous, heartbreaking, and controversial like any action movie. His rise from motorcycle gang member to star of a legendary reality program has been everything from ordinary, what drove an unstoppable man to the edge of failure. Behind the distinctive sunglasses and bounty hunting fame comes a narrative of unexpected twists, secrets, and a path no one could have imagined. What became of Dog the Bounty Hunter? Watch to find out. The famed bounty hunter Dwayne "Dog" Chapman had a difficult childhood that impacted him. Born in Denver, Colorado, he was raised working class. The Navy welder turned bail bondsman father was harsh and abusive. The Sunday school teacher mother sought to instill strong morals in her children. Dwayne initially thought his childhood was normal, but subsequently understood how difficult it was. Dwayne thought his father's rage and beatings were usual. He described a paddle his dad used that bruised and hurt him. His father, Flash, a boxer, taught him to fight young to toughen him up. But all Dwayne wanted was his father's love and acceptance. Dwayne left home at 16 to join the Devil's Disciples motorcycle gang. It was a rebellious move after growing up with a preacher mom and monthly church visits. He never considered himself a fire and brimstone preacher, but he defended his faith, even fighting someone who insulted Jesus. That incident earned him the nickname Dog, which one motorcyclist believed was God spelled backwards. From then on, he accepted the name and identity. Dog the Bounty Hunter met his first wife, LaFonda Sue Darnell, in Denver in the 1970s. After dating for 2 years, they married in 1972. They traveled together before settling in Pampa, Texas, LaFonda's hometown. Couple had 2 kids, Dwayne Lee Chapman, Natu, and Leland. Their marriage deteriorated as their family expanded. Life got worse as Chapman's legal issues strained their relationship. In 1976, Chapman made a bad drug deal. A friend argued with Oliver, the dealer, while he waited in the car and fatally shot him. Despite being outdoors during the incident, Texas law held him accountable. After failing to report the crime, Chapman was charged with murder and sentenced to 5 years, but he spent only 18 months. Prison was Chapman's turning point, not his end. He was the guard's barber and intervened in a crisis. Chapman protected a convict from lethal force when he tried to flee. This gallantry gained him recognition and a guard's advice to become a bounty hunter. After his early release, Chapman owed a lot in child support. He tried bounty hunting to get quick money, which even his judge approved. After observing Chapman's behavior in prison, the court believed he had the guts and resourcefulness for the position. It felt like a fresh start, but LaFonda's circumstances became too much. They split permanently in 1977 when she filed for divorce. After his divorce, Chapman sought a new relationship. His book says he met Ann Tegnell at a biker party in Colorado that year and really hit it off. Chapman said they left the party together that night. She said she was 17 when he offered to drive her home. He married her the next day to avoid incarceration. Later, Chapman said they scarcely knew each other and perhaps wouldn't have married if she hadn't been underage. Chapman and Tegnell had 3 children despite their troubled marriage. They lost their first child, Zebediah, shortly after birth. The strain on their relationship caused them to divorce in 1982, leaving their 2 kids, Wesley and James. Divorce hit Chapman hard. His kids were taken, but he didn't give up. To see his other children, Dwayne Lee and Leland Leland, he went to Colorado. He met Lissa Ray Britton in a bar. As usual, Chapman boldly offered her money to have a child with her. Interestingly, Lissa agreed. After leaving her marriage, she married Chapman and had 3 children. But their marriage wasn't designed to last. They married soon but weren't compatible. Chapman wanted a glamorous Hollywood life, but Lissa chose a quiet forest life. Their conflicts led to their 1991 divorce, leaving Chapman single again. Dog met Tawny while married to Lissa Britton. Dog arrested Tawny for drug possession in 1988, starting their story according to his book. He recruited her as his secretary a few years later, and their relationship became amorous. Tawny desired a long-term relationship, but Dog didn't. After great pressure, he married her. Early on, their connection was strained. Dog confessed to infidelity and Tawny struggled with drugs. After Dog's mother died, things got worse, plunged him into melancholy and addiction. While married to Tawny, Dog had an affair with Beth Smith, which ended their marriage. Beth Smith is most known as Dog the bounty hunter's wife and partner, but their journey began long before. Beth was fleeing the law when they met in 1988. She later said her problems began after she was accused of stealing two grocery store lemons. She got detained after pulling out the lemons while using a payphone. Beth possessed an unlicensed weapon and outstanding traffic citations, complicating matters. She phoned Dog, a bail bondsman, to get out of jail. Beth later said she was smitten and vowed to claim him. Dog and Beth had great chemistry, but their relationship struggled. Dog and Beth remained close despite his marriages, girlfriends, and addiction. Finally, Dog, his kids, and Beth moved in 1997. They married and founded Dashane Bail Bonds, a profitable bail bonds company. They made their mark in 2003 by capturing Max Factor heir Andrew Luster. Dog found Luster in Mexico for sexually assaulting many women. However, bounty hunting is banned there, and Dog was detained at the border. Paying bail got him and his team out of jail. Dog couldn't legally arrest someone in the U.S. due to his criminal record, ironically. One Florida Bail Bondsman Association spokesman called his acts kidnapping. Dog became famous after his capture despite legal issues. Dog the Bounty Hunter debuted on A&E in 2004. Spectators were captivated, watched Dog seek fugitives and handle high-stakes scenarios for over a decade. His crazy mullet, trademark sunglasses, and big personality became his distinctive appearance. Dog subsequently said his appearance was designed to frighten fugitives. Beth stressed that their show wasn't simply about catching criminals. It focused on helping and giving second opportunities. Dog's aggressive nature, which made him famous, caused problems on the show. Dog faced outrage in 2007 after a private call with his son was exposed. Dog said a racial insult may damage his career if made public. National Enquirer published the recording. The response was fast. Andy halted the show to investigate. Dog apologized publicly for his hurtful statements and promised to improve. He apologized on CNN and promised not to use the slur again. His earnestness prompted the network to revive the show. Dog the Bounty Hunter became a cultural icon with his long blonde hair, distinctive sunglasses, and Beth's ability to track fugitives in high heels. Iconic family pep chats before missions kept the show popular for 8 years. Fans were shocked when Andy stopped the show despite its popularity. After leaving A&E, the Chapmans started a new chapter with Dog and Beth on the hunt on CMT. Although it was new, the voyage was difficult. Despite their passion for bail bonds, the family had to put shooting on weight to fight for the sector. Dog and Beth resumed TV after a break. This time, the focus was more personal and devastating. Beth got throat cancer in 2017. In an emotional letter, she told followers she would fight with everything she had. Hope emerged after tumor removal surgery. Beth was cancer-free by November, so they thought the worst was over. But their relief was tragically brief. Beth had another surgery a year later and received tragic news. Cancer reappeared, spreading to her lungs. Beth persisted despite the bleak prognosis. She saw the battle as another hurdle in her life by late 2018, resolved to keep going. On June 26, 2019, Beth died. The news came from Dwayne, stating she went to paradise and was adored. Beth avoided him in her closing hours. Dog believed she needed him to keep strong because she knew he was losing hope. He kept her spirits up by promising her she will be okay, even though he wondered why people say that when they know the truth. His anguish was unmistakable, and her loss was crushing. In the end, Beth let Dog go. He tried to accept it, unable to live without her. Before he could react, she died. Death of Beth impacted Dog the Bounty Hunter harder than expected. He told Dr. Oz about his deepest mourning moment, how he couldn't stop crying and considered taking a handful of pills. Thank goodness he didn't. But it revealed his great struggle. Dog had major financial problems as well as emotional distress. He told the Toronto Star that Beth's medical problems and raising their huge family had exhausted him financially. He almost lost his home because he couldn't pay the mortgage. It was hard, and losing Beth hit harder. Dog had chest aches and trouble breathing months after her death. He initially dismissed it as heartbreak, as his heart was literally broken. His Fox 31 Denver interview suggested it was all in his imagination. After the problems persisted, he sought medical help. Dog ignored health issues like many men his age. Beth always pushed him to take care of himself. His health wasn't a priority without her. Thankfully, Dr. Oz persuaded him to get essential tests. They even filmed the process on his show to emphasize the importance of health issues. Dog smoked up to 3.5 packs a day for almost 40 years, starting at 12. Doctors were surprised by his heart's soundness. A pulmonary embolism, a lung blood clot, was a big issue. Dr. Oz warned that the clot limits blood flow to the lungs, making this condition life-threatening. Dog decided to quit smoking to change things. He used nicotine patches and sought therapy for his emotional issues. He changed his life with Dr. Oz and his team's encouragement. Dog the Bounty Hunter got Dog's Most Wanted on WGN after overcoming these obstacles. Dog the Bounty Hunter is known for capturing the nation's most dangerous offenders. He captured Leonard Trujillo Jr., a notorious armed robber and police officer assaulter. Dog and his squad were determined to find Trujillo, who had fled. The hunt was hard. Trujillo was pursued across southern Colorado for 12 days to prevent his escape. As they approached, the team transmitted a confident message that Trujillo's time was up. They were right. After catching him, the arrest was loud. A fight left Trujillo bloody-headed. He shouted insults, but his team stayed firm, calling themselves God's Gangsters. That day went beyond Trujillo. They arrested 4 additional persons, a significant win. Just months after Beth's death, Dog's Most Wanted included the dramatic events, making it an emotional chapter for the crew. Dog's life changed unexpectedly after Beth's death. 7 months later, allegations circulated about him dating family friend Moon Angel. His daughter Lissa called Angel a homewrecker and Dog a phony on social media. Dog recounted how Angel helped him through a difficult moment. Things got even more startling when Dog proposed to Angel on live air during an emotional Dr. Oz visit. She seemed horrified and said they were friends. Dog later confirmed that the proposal was a prank to test people's emotions. Despite the confusion, they never married. Dog publicly refused to remarry after Beth's death. Life has other ideas. Dog and Francie Frayne, who had lost a spouse, met. Francie's husband died of cancer. Dog initially sought his housework services. Instead, Dog and Francie linked with mutual loss. Dog later said they chatted about Beth and Francie's late spouse to help each other cope. Dog proposed to Francie in May 2020 after dating since March 2020. People were upset with how swiftly he moved on from Beth. Dog explained that Beth would have wanted him to be happy if she were alive. Dwayne and Francie married in September 2021 and began publishing images and videos of their trips on social media. Dog soon released Hunter's Creed, a film about his life following Beth's death. He's also contracted with Unleashed for a new show, Dog Unleashed, where he pursued dangerous criminals. In 2021, Unleashed President Michael Donovan sued Dog for making racist and homophobic remarks on set and improperly wielding a taser. The lawsuit claimed Dog used the taser to threaten someone while recording the canceled show, which is prohibited owing to his murder conviction. Dog said the taser was a prop, but the complaint said otherwise. Dog lawyers denied the charges as vengeance from Donovan after their business deal failed. They pledged to dismiss the claims, and Dog swore to sue Donovan for slander. Dog faced another challenge behind the headlines. His legal issues included unpaid taxes. By 2022, he owed $1.06 million in Colorado and Hawaii taxes, forcing him to face tough financial decisions. The Colorado mansion he and Beth bought 13 years previously sold for $750,000. With the housing market soaring, he sold the property for nearly double its original price, making $1.59 million to pay off his obligations. Dog the Bounty Hunter still makes headlines despite less TV time. He ranting about transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney during a public appearance with a televangelist caused outrage. Backlash and controversy about his outspokenness followed his misgendering of Mulvaney and threatening threats. Dog started a new Christian influencer career amid this issue. His book 9 Lives and Counting recounts his faith journey. Dog considers his new duty protecting souls a spiritual calling, switching from bounty hunting. By his own admission, he hasn't completely changed. He calls himself Christian Outlaw. He loves tracking fugitives and helping others find forgiveness.